Hi everybody, it's Diane back again from Tattered Edges Design with another Bustober creation. This is prompt number 22, which is Cowboy. And the very obvious choice is Buster's film Go West, in which he kind of, in a comic way, portrays a cowboy. So anyway, this is a picture from that. And yeah, it's a little odd, the back of Buster, but I don't know. I've done so much research and stuff on Buster. I recognized him, right away anyway. A lot of people probably wouldn't, but I thought it was cool, so that's what I'm doing. And he is standing on a train. I can't quite tell what that is, which I'm sure to Buster was no big deal. But yeah, he is walking on a moving train. But anyway, I cut it out mainly because there were a lot of telephone poles and stuff kind of in this area, and I thought it was distracting. So I cut it out. And my thought is, since this has, to me, a direction, sort of, the train is going this way, you can tell. What if I made a lot of colors just going this way? And so my first thought was paint, but I just thought that was, I don't know, too predictable, too something. So I thought, well, what about a bunch of magazine colors? And I may sort of curve them, but I just cut out this blue right here just to get an idea. And yeah, it's kind of something. So that's the plan. This is just a Better Homes and Garden. It's relatively new from June. So I'm looking for colors. Oh, that's too small. Well, I'll grab it. And I don't know, I see a big red page here coming up. I don't know if I want red. That might be too something. Red, generally speaking, if you go get your portrait taken at any kind of reputable photographer, they're going to tell you not to wear red. It's just too attention-getting. Well, here's another teal-y type color. And we're in the glare zone again, aren't we? Here, let me move this over and pull this over more. That'll help. And I really wasn't even going to do... Oh, there's nice paint. I wasn't really going to do this prompt necessarily. But since he does wear a cowboy outfit in that movie, it's kind of, I guess you gotta use it, right? Kind of a dull yellow. Oh, this teal, a big color. I'm seeing a lot of that. Oh, there's a brighter yellow. All right. And green. Gold. Now this is working out better than I thought. When I first decided this, I don't have a ton of magazines. I guess I have an adequate supply, but not boxes and bins and shelves. And I kind of thought, just want colors out of a magazine. You're not going to find anything. Well, that's not really dumb because his direction. Well, I don't know if I'll use it, but I'll grab it. Take one strip of it. Here I see kind of an orange, although it's small. Yeah, they've got a lot of nerve putting text on it when I want it for the color. Alright, well, this is definitely a lot to work with. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but let's... I mean, are you with me? Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, we see where you're going. We don't know if we like the direction, though. Do we want to do it like, in color order, so to speak? Well, I don't know. Could it give anyone, including me, an idea of what I'm, aiming at? I think actually that's kind of cool. Very modern and surreal. Okay, and like I said, my first thought was to curve and kind of swirl these. But do we like it like that just because it is... I don't know. I guess the only way to see that would be to cut one. Let me see if there's something we can sacrifice here. Here, we'll sacrifice a red one. Doing that obviously would it's going to eliminate some of what we have here. I don't know if I want that. Oh, that's going to be enough to tell me. I suppose there'd be more fitting and piecing, so to speak, with a more like shapes. I don't know, that's kind of hard to get an idea. I don't know, I kind of think I like it just lined up. And yeah, I know this smokes steam, whatever it is looking stupid. I would extend that, or I'm going to cut it off, one or the other. I'm aware. I hear you. Yeah, that steam looks really dumb. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, we're down. You're glaring there. I don't know. What do you think? It's actually kind of cool. You can tell I'm impressed. But I think we need, that's too short. Do we want them all kind of lined up, or do we want them sort of askew? And what do we think, like this extra thing that's glaring over here? I think that's kind of cool. Well, I'll tell you what, we can leave that for later until we decide what we're doing with all these colors. Well, if we line it up, it's going to make this side fairly short. Let's see what we think of that. Well, it has a nice consistency, she's trying to say, to it. Is that what we want? I don't know. And do we want that orange in there and get rid of this duller yellow? Yeah, I think I like that better. Do we like it more staggery? Is that a word? Well, I think I want it out a little more. So that's as far as that color can go. And that. which we can get other colors and extend that. Let me cut a little bit of this, it's sort of distracting. No, there's a train whistle, how apropos. Well, okay, I think in lieu of me digging around more, I'm going to dig around and look for a few other colors to maybe kind of extend this, see what I think, and I will come back then. Alright, I just took two pieces from the same ads and pieced them in, which I think is fine. So here we are, and I think I like staggered better. Now my next question to everyone, including myself, do we like it like this, or do we like a little bit of white space between the colors? What, what do you think of that? Yeah. So there's spacing there, which is fine. Okay. Together. And no, I won't sing the Togetherness song from The Parent Trap. Okay, together. Well, I go tell my dog to be quiet. You think about that and let me know. Okay, check-in time. There goes my dog again. I think I like it better together. So that's one decision down. I goofed around with the color a little bit. Or, placement. The rainbow effect was good. And I may go back to that even. But I thought it was just a little too predictable, complacent, smooth. I don't know how to describe that. If I want it to be a little more interesting or thought-provoking. So I goofed around with the color arrangement a little bit. I'm not sure. I don't really like these two together. But I don't know. I was going to say they're going to wind up being together no matter what at this choice, the way I'm going here. Well, maybe that's a little better because I'm not totally wild about this shade anyway, so if I don't have a lot of that showing. Alright, let's pause again because this is the pause video apparently. One, my dryer just stopped, and two, I'm going to glue this down off camera anyway, so you don't have to watch me gluing all these dumb strips. So we'll see if this is the arrangement she winds up with or not. Tune back in to find out. Well, what did you decide? This is what I decided. So they're all together. I kind of didn't do exactly a rainbow. One reason was I liked the train engine on the pink. The orange was okay. The green, no, it was too dark. It didn't really show up then. So that's kind of, because I wanted the pink there, these sort of kind of fell into place. And then I did, piece together a little bit of the blue, and since none of us are perfect, I didn't have this, well, I mean, it's straight, but there was a gap there. And technically that should be pink there. I don't know if you can imagine that. But I didn't like the pink coming down there. It was a little, because it was such a narrow strip, it was too distracting. So I pieced in some more of the blue. So here we are. And yes, I cut the steam off the stack there. So it's okay, but I think it does look a little dumb that there's nothing coming out, which, I mean, artistically speaking, it's okay, but I don't know. It just, to me, doesn't look right. I guess because there should be smoke or steam coming out. So that's what it was. And, I could have pulled it up or something, but I don't know. I just didn't like that color on there. Okay, so we got rid of that. So then it's like, well, I could paint or marker it in, which I could. But I thought, well, this is all magazine. What if we pieced in, like there's a more of a jade color, which is okay. But I think it almost is too attention getting, and then you're kind of like looking more at that. So then I just got a, you can't tell, it was flowers on white flowers on a gray background. So I thought maybe they would look a little more like steam or smoke. So what do we think of that? I think I could live with that, but I'm not gluing it down as of yet because, well, one thing, this is not perfect here. It's pretty good on this end, but that's a little off. But I think because, you know, Buster's cut off there, if I draw a black line, it'll look a little more intentional, not like he's just cut off, that it's framed off, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm going. I got a black marker. My only question is, though, do I want it, the line, just, you know, here, or all the way, or maybe in this area? I don't know. So in that case, I was trying to kind of find something. Of course, where's something when you need it? Here's a paintbrush handle. Okay, so like there. See, I think all the way across is going to kind of throw it off in a way. If it was just there. I don't know if we, because, let me grab a white paper here. See, I think that might throw it off too. So I'm thinking kind of like this. You know, maybe an inch or so on each side. I don't know. Am I going to hate it? I don't know. I just feel like that's going to make it off balance because of this. And I suppose if we want to be consistent, but you can't be too consistent too, maybe I should look for a black magazine strip. Let's look before we commit to a marker. Well, that's actually dark green, but that's dark blue. Well, if nothing else, that'll give us an idea. And here's a question too. Do we want it perfectly straight or with a torn edge? It's not bad. What do you think? You get it lined up there, Diane. It's not bad. Torn edge up this way. Well, that's acceptable too, I think. I'm not liking this, like right how it squares off there. So if I'll tear it more, or is it better to have the torn edge than on the bottom? Because that kind of, I don't think I like the torn edge on the bottom. It does something I don't like. Does that mean we want it all straight? Well, I'm going to say no because everything is so straight. Like I said, you can't be too consistent, and you know, too matchy is not a good thing. Do we want it over? You know, and extend, get another piece and extend it. That's something. Here, let me cut another piece of that blue. All right, if we extended it about there, let's see if I can cut it somewhat straight. I don't have my trimmer handy. Is that better? Well, I don't think it's any worse. Yeah, I think it's a little better. It's just, this almost makes it look too constricted on the bottom, I'm thinking. All right, if that was kind of here, we have to trim that just a tad again. You know, I did get that pretty straight. Yeah. Let's see, how long can she goof around with a border? About there. All right, I think we're committing, or should be committed, or something like that. Okay, and once this is in place and we decide about the steam, then what? Is it done? I mean, this is very abstract and maybe doesn't need details, so to speak. I don't know. I guess we'll see in a minute or two or three. Okay, it's going down. All right, let me hold it up for a minute. Yeah, I think, I don't know if I love it, but I think it was the best choice, so let's look at it that way. Okay, steam. Well, I still think this was a little too attention-getting because, you know, steam shouldn't be our focal point, right? Actually, I kind of like that because I think it carries the black and white of the print, you know, over. Okay, I'm going with that. And then we're going to be up a creek because I really don't know what else I'm going to do with this, if anything. Of course, it's going to take me 20 minutes to get this in place, apparently. There. Okay. Of course, there's a little glue glob on there. Get off. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. I can get rid of that. I'm holding it up to me more. We could even write "Go West" or "Buster" or something down there if we wanted. Let me cut out a couple letters and throw them on just to see what it would look like. There's a U for Buster. an E, and a T, oh, an R. Oh, let's see, it has everything. No S though, or a B. All right, well, let me throw these on before I, waste 20 minutes looking for a B and an S. Actually, this is the same as that. I know this doesn't smell anything interesting, but it's doable. Yeah. I don't know. I don't hear any big voting going on out there. I suppose it just depends on your opinion. I mean, do you want it to be totally, abstract? Or adding Buster makes it a little less that way? Or I mean, the letters. It's quiet here. Of course, every time I say that, then, a helicopter lands in my backyard or something. Okay. Well, is anybody going to offer us an S or a B? Oh, see, now, the beauty is in the balance. I don't know. Is that too perfect? Of course, I'm saying that because I know what this scene looks like. Actually, kind of funny. Yeah, let's think about that for a minute. Here, I know. While I'm cutting and thinking of that, I'll run that scene. You can watch it. Alright, well, I don't know how perfectly this is cut out, and this needs more glue. I could even put it up here or something. Oh, that's not stupid. Well, honestly, I think I kind of like that better than these letters were looking, and I could choose different letters. But I don't know, these were just looking kind of out of place, too bold or something. Good, I have more letters to goof around with. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't watch my glue book cover video. I'm kind of leaning to that. What do you guys think? All right, well, you know what? I think I'll pause and trim this up better. You don't have to watch that. And make the big grand decision. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I put it up here. It just, down here, it just looked more like, I don't know how to describe it, like more like a magazine ad or something. And, there's not a lot of space down here anyway. And it just to me looked better up there. And I did trim the board a little bit. I brought the edges in just a bit. And I trimmed the top just because it wasn't straight. But there, I think I'm done. I think it's cool. It's different. I like it. I had thought a narrow black border around, which probably would be okay. But I don't know. I kind of like just the fact that this, the corners are just kind of going off, and you almost, if you had a border, it wouldn't be doing that. So I think I'm just going to leave it alone. So that's it. Prompt 20, what was that? 22, Cowboy for Bustober. A very mod, abstract, whatever you want to call it. Buster from Go West. All right, crew. Thanks for joining me, and have a nice day out there.